Welcome to module number 2. In this module, we'll be covering nutrition labels, the glycemic index, the plate method, and inflammation. We'll be using common definitions associated with diabetes, so if you need explanation on any of these terms, I highly encourage you to go through module number 1 first in order to better understand the information in this module. Let's start off by discussing how to read a nutrition label. Certain factors influence how quickly a food is broken down and absorbed. In this section, we'll look at a nutrition label together and discuss how to locate some of these factors like fiber and added sugars. When you're looking at a label, there are two main pieces to read: the ingredients and the breakdown of nutrients. We'll start with the breakdown of nutrients. At the top is the serving size and number of servings in the package. To find the total amount for each nutrient you are consuming for any of the nutrients on this label, multiply the amount listed for that nutrient by the number of servings that you consume. That leads me to the total number of calories for a serving of this product as well. That's important to note. All of these numbers are for one serving of the product, not the whole thing, unless the product contains only one serving. Moving down the label, we've got the fat content first. Fat is broken down into saturated fat and trans fat on the label, but notice that unsaturated fat isn't listed. That's the kind of fat that we want the majority of our fats to consist of. Any fat not listed is unsaturated fat. Next, we've got cholesterol. It's recommended to keep cholesterol intake below 300 milligrams per day, and you probably know that you're getting cholesterol from other whole foods such as meat and dairy products. So ideally, any packaged good you have contains minimal to no cholesterol. Below the cholesterol is sodium. Since you'll be focusing on less processed products, you'll want to ensure you're choosing foods that are lower in sodium. A low sodium food is considered to have 150 milligrams or less per serving. Then we've got the carbohydrate breakdown. These are broken down into total carbs, fiber, sugars, and added sugars. Certain foods contain natural sugars, which is okay, but you want to be mindful of how many grams of sugar are in your product, most specifically added sugar. This type of sugar will be quickly digested and lead to a quick blood sugar spike. Aim for about 5 grams or less of added sugar per serving. An example of a balanced snack to have for diabetes could be an apple with some natural nut butter. As for fiber, a high fiber product will have 5 or more grams of fiber per serving. Protein is next. This is pretty straightforward, but is still an important number to look at. If you find yourself choosing a food that is high in carbs but has no fat or protein, your blood sugar will most likely be high. Protein and fat work like fiber, acting as a brake to help slow digestion down and prevent your blood sugar from spiking too high too quickly. Below protein will be listed any relevant micronutrients that product contains and what percentage of the recommended daily value they make up. This is important if you are vegan or vegetarian and looking for products fortified with certain vitamins and minerals. Finally, we've got the ingredients section. Most important here is that ingredients are listed on products by order of weight, which means if the first ingredient listed is high fructose corn syrup, this product is mostly high fructose corn syrup and you probably want to steer clear of that product. Things to look for in ingredients sections include a relatively small list, ingredients you can pronounce, and ideally nothing related to sugar, i.e. corn syrup, anything ending in OSE, or artificial sweeteners. If you can check these 3 boxes, the product is closer to whole food and likely doesn't contain lots of synthetic ingredients. Practice your nutrition label reading skills using the worksheet attached to this module titled Nutrition Label Guru, and take a look at how different products in the same category can have vastly different levels of nutrition using our yogurt comparison worksheet. Now that we've got a good grasp on different components of food, let's take a look at the effect some of these components and ingredients have on the breakdown of food.